Welcome to the Windows and Computer channel, and this is a special day today. We are July 29th, 2020, and today is the 5th anniversary of Windows 10. Incredible, but Windows 10 is at 5 years now. It was launched in 2015, on July 29th, 2015. I still remember waiting for it and, just like being happy that it was arriving a new operating system for Windows. I always had and always found it cool to have new versions of Windows over time. I was always the one that adopted the new versions of Windows at first. And, it came a long way from Windows 3.11, which was the first one I actually ever used. And, 5 years. Time goes fast. We are at more than 1 billion users of Windows 10. A lot of people are saying those numbers are fake. They're really not, and they are actually really used, or PCs and computers and devices that are actually used every month. Not just, in the past, Microsoft would count the license sold. The problem with that is that there was a lot of Windows licenses that were on the shelves but never used. So the number of actual Windows users was not clear. Now it is, because it's actual numbers of users that they can detect and that use their PCs or their devices. And remember that number includes Xbox, which runs Windows 10 or variant of Windows 10, and some other devices that might be using a variant of something Windows. But overall, the big part of Windows 10 usage is Windows 10 itself on PCs. Windows 10 is an operating system that is mostly for business, and of course a lot of us use it at home, and we are happy or not. But the biggest user of Windows is really business. They are the big majority of that billion users. And of course, there are the regular users at home that still use Windows and like Windows or need Windows. 5 years is interesting. We're still in the Windows 10 development. And there's going to be, a series of videos today that I will post that show the past, that show what's happening now, and that will show and talk about the future. But one thing for sure is Windows 10 changed the way Microsoft sent and used, or basically wanted us to use Windows. It's very different from what it was in the past. You used to buy a Windows, CD or DVD and just install, and you had a product key, and that was it. And you were on Windows for a while, and that version of Windows would expire. And this year we saw the expiration of Windows 7. Windows 7 that ended its support in January of this year. That's one of the examples of how this has changed. Well, Windows 10 isn't like that. Windows 10 is a Windows as a service, as Microsoft likes to say. Whether we like it or not, Windows 10 is still, and for now will be, the last Windows operating system that exists. But it evolves over time, so that's why it doesn't need, you don't need Windows 11 or 12. It wouldn't change anything. It's a Windows operating system that evolves over time. So this is interesting to see that you can have a Windows operating system and just move on and stay in there for years, which is a welcome change in a way, because when you were on Windows 7, when it expired, you would kind of be required to move on to something else. And every version of Windows was like that. Now you can just surf and continue on with Windows 10. And if you had Windows 10 at the beginning, you would still have Windows 10 today. One of the Interesting starts of Windows 10 also was twofold. One was the creation of the Windows Insider program, and also the fact that it was free for the first year to anyone that just wanted to upgrade their PCs. And that was new. There were some specials, there were some sales. I remember Windows 7. When I got Windows 7, I got it because if you had pre-ordered Windows 7, you had it for, I think it was $39 instead of the regular 100 and something that it cost at the time. And I remember I had pre-ordered to make sure that I get it at that price of $39. Well, Windows 10, they decided, well, if you have Windows 7 or Windows 8, you can move on to Windows 10 and it's free. And that was something new. And it was a way of trying to have everybody move on to Windows 10. It had some success. Maybe not all the success that, they maybe wanted, but it had some success. And if you have Windows 7 or Windows 8 and you have a product key, the offer still works, by the way. If you upgrade to Windows 10 and enter the Windows 7 or Windows 8 product key, you are getting a free ride to Windows 10 today. Still, it's just that you have to enter a product key because Windows 10 is not free anymore if you don't. It also used something different, a digital license that was tied to your hardware. That was something pretty new. It started with Windows 8 in reality, but Windows 10 really was the one that made this possible, digital license. So when you would reinstall, if it recognized the hardware, it would reinstall and you'd be okay because it just tell you, oh yeah, I recognize this machine. It's okay. You are okay with Windows 10. You're activated and so on. It did create some problems for some users, especially the ones that actually, tweak their systems and change parts and then change the motherboard, and then they get to the point where Windows isn't activated, and the reason why, well, it doesn't recognize that it's the same hardware as before. So it did create some problems for some, but for the most part, worked well. So happy anniversary, 5th anniversary to Windows 10. And of course, today we'll have a little series on that. Hope you enjoy the content. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.